Hello and welcome back to Resource File Building with me, your host, Andy Woolley. As we mentioned in the previous video, we alluded to something called a naming convention, right? And why is this important? Well, everything on the internet and very much in life is labeled for one thing or another. It's categorized to make life easier so people can find things. And ultimately, if you want to draw people into your web pages on your particular website, then you want to make sure that you're using a sound naming convention principle. Okay, so as you can see from the screen here, whilst I just typed in the words that make up my domain name, insight before action, they lead me to the next logical domain name that's relevant to that, which obviously is my website. But again, taking that one step further, as you'll see here on the knowledge graph side, the Google My Business page, or my GMB, is also using the same consistent naming convention. And why is this important? Well, ultimately, the search engines will be looking to categorize and build up everything that's related in the same containers. So if you stick with the same naming convention, the name of your brand, how you title those services, how you title those products, that becomes a fundamental part of search engines' criteria for searching, fulfilling the search query for the end user, and therefore ensuring that if you remain building the content behind it, those content clusters will reinforce your silo and push you up through the rankings. It's very typical of products. Products have specific names, like a camera, a Canon G7X camera, a Logitech 922 webcam. By having specific ways that you're describing something, that consistency helps it rank and get found on the internet. To give you some more context on that as well, you can see on my URL here at the top, I've got the domain name, but I've got a category, training, and then I've got the permalink there for the resource file building. It falls in tandem with the H1 tag and naturally within the body text as well, as you can see here, and within the content in the videos. Now, holistically, that's been done. I haven't gone out my way and purposely created that in the sense of I needed to do that. But you do need to be aware of that sort of mentality, because ultimately we will be, through this series, looking at things that will have been a happy coincidence and they happened holistically, and then strategically going in and saying, oh yeah, we've named that the wrong way. So consider like t-shirt printers in Swansea. Is that the correct way it should be, or should it be Swansea t-shirt printers? And t-shirt, should that have a gap in it or a hyphen? So naming conventions, or the consistency, is a key ingredient. To add more context to it, I will be putting up a template on this page which just acts as your sort of blueprint. It's a one-page document, you fill it through, and this helps you build, when we start going past on keywords, into things like backlinks and citations, the consistency of how we name things. So this is a NAP checklist, NAP standing for name, address, phone number, W for your website. And I'll do a separate video on this, but I use this simply with clients to say, right, how do you wish to be named across the internet? So it's the same on your Google My Business page, same with your website, same with your descriptions, same on any citations out there, citations being YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, Thompson, all these potential third-party sites that want to pass you the link love back, but that's only provided they make the connection between what you're named and what the consistent name is elsewhere. And when they see the two are the same, it makes the difference. More on this in a future video, but I just wanted to drop that bomb on you for the moment, that we start with the right mindset before we start doing some of our research. See you in the next video.